Hey everybody, I'm JimClassic and you are watching Geekin. And, well, for today's video, I just kind of want to do something a little bit different, I suppose. I mean, I have been having a grand time with the Blokees figures, putting them together, making these little minute shorts, but, you know, I just feel like putting together 3 of them at once. Just because I have so many of them, I'm going to have a million, well, not that many, but I'm going to have a lot of Blokees shorts if I just keep doing a video for each one. And but I feel like doing these 3, and I kind of just grabbed them at random. But we have Galaxy version number 4. This is in Chinese. Chinese, I think, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. I can't read it. Can't read anything on here except for the number 4, and I can't even read the word Blokees. But anyway, this is probably one I bought directly off of the Blokees store. So this is a Galaxy version 4. We see, you know, Nemesis Prime. We see Shockwave. We see who it could all be right there. Moving on here, this one I definitely got at my local Walmart. This is a Transformers 1 Galaxy version 5. And, you know, we've seen a couple of these already. So, and of course we have a Galaxy version number 6, Parallel Universe. And I think I got this at my local Walmart too, because this is all in English and my Walmart is carrying these now. So yeah, I just felt like instead of doing a few minute shorts, just do these 3 and maybe just talk about them and just, you know, make it a short video. It doesn't have to be like a 10-minute video, but just open these guys up, see what they're all about, and, you know, have a little bit of fun. Anyway, this should be fun. I'm looking forward to it. These things are always a blast to put together. So, you know, come with me. We'll do a quick close-up of each box and see who it could be, and maybe maybe speculate, and then open them up. All right. And we'll start with Transformers 1. Okay, that out. Get all that out. All right, hands and stands. Oh, all right, we got Transformers 1 Megatron. So we have Transformers 1 D6 cogged version. So this is the one, he's not quite Megatron yet, but he's working his way there. Oh. There we go. Okay, new pieces. All right. We're going to move on to Blokees number 4, whatever this says, because I don't remember. Ooh. Could this be Ultra Magnus? I don't know. Hold on. Who's on the back? Ooh. Okay. Okay, I think we have Ultra Magnus. I think we got our first Magnus. Even the pouch seems bigger. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yep. We got ourselves Ultra Magnus. Let's get this guy out of the pouch. And let's get him assembled. I feel like the chest is a little extra big, which it probably is. Ooh. Did you hear that sound? That was a lovely sound right there. Okay. Completely cover up that chest. I guess that goes on there? Maybe I should be looking at the instructions. Perhaps I should, but I'm not going to yet. It's all coming together, I guess. Okay. There we go. I think I did that off camera though. Well, that's what happened last time. It slid right in. Of course, it must be only. There we go. It must only be possible when I'm off camera. But either way, they kind of interlock in pretty well. Oh no! Oh no! I gotta take it off again. Oh fudge! I think I really screwed up because it's interlocked in. Oh, this is what I get for not looking at the instructions, I suppose. Oh my god, I got the rockets on. You have no idea how stupid I feel, and this is what I get for not following the instructions. So, that 20 minutes of pure frustration was totally on me, but you put the rockets on first, then the shoulder pauldrons. Okay, just remember that, folks. Rockets first, shoulder pauldrons second. Just read the instructions, and you'll be fine. Alright. Put that and that in there, like so. You know, I don't think I need these. I'm starting to think I don't need these. I did not. Got those big old Magnus shades. Almost there. Look at this big blue boy right here. Magnus is definitely a model build that any Blokees collector definitely has time for. Alright, we're moving on to the last one. And it could be any one of these guys right here. Who will it be? Take your bets. Don't take your bets. It's probably going to be in the thumbnails anyway. How we start this. Oh. And, oh, yellow hands. We got yellow hands. Who could this possibly be? I'm gonna place my bet that it's probably Sunstreaker. Because if it's anyone else, I'll be surprised. What a surprise! It's Sunstreaker. Oh, this is a collector's card instead of a Pog this time. Okay, cool. Look at that. Find us on Facebook. But yeah, okay, we got a collector's card instead. I don't know. I kind of was getting used to the Pogs here, but you know, whatever. Collector's cards are always fun. Anyway, looking forward to putting this together. There we go. Looking pretty good. All right. Uh-oh. There. There we go. And here we have Sunstreaker fully assembled. This beautiful yellow narcissist, well, you know, I guess lives up to his reputation. This guy looks fantastic. Look at him. The great thing about these three Blokees is that each one has been unique in their own little way. Alright, now that I have all three Blokees figures put together, let me just talk about my thoughts about each one of them. I don't really need to talk about their level of articulation because all Blokees are well articulated, they balance well, they have those good solid feet, so I don't really need to go about that. But let's start with D16 since he's who we opened first. Of course, I do like the way D16 looks. This is pretty accurate to how he looked in Transformers 1. I guess my only issue is I don't think that's where the gun was located. I mean, usually Megatron's gun is on this side of the forearm and not like the back side of it. Maybe that's how it was in the movie. I'd have to watch it again, but I'm not a fan of that. I prefer the gun right there. It's a minor complaint. I can live with it. But my only other issue, which I think is kind of weird, is that you have the Decepticon, or I'm sorry, the Megatronus sticker right there, and then you have this seared on Decepticon badge right there. But all that is the sticker removed from the shoulder, and, you know, Sentinel just slapped it right there and then seared it in. So that shouldn't be there if that is there. And I think it would have been nice if Blokees had just incorporated another shoulder piece without the Megatronus sticker, so that, you know, or maybe another chest piece without the badge, one or the other or both, like some extra pieces so they can swap them out and differentiate them a little bit. Otherwise, I'd have to take this piece off and that piece off and swap them around. But then, you know, if you turn them around, you'd see the sticker right there. But, you know, otherwise, that's my only real complaint. It's just kind of weird that, you know, a little inaccurate to have that and that there on the same figure. But other than that, I like this chest area. I think this was kind of inventive right here, especially adding the red pieces to the chest. I wasn't expecting to add pieces to the chest compartments because you don't normally do that. At least in my experience, when it comes to Blokees, you don't normally add the added pieces to the chest. It just normally just pops it right on. So that was a nice little addition. And but otherwise, you know, I think D16 looks great. I mean, you know, still got the yellow eyes, so he's not quite Megatron yet, but he's working his way there. But then again, once that badge is seared into him, you know, Megatron's fate is pretty much sealed. Moving on to Ultra Magnus. I mean, what can I say about Magnus? I think he's practically perfect. I mean, he's just this big, bulky behemoth of an Autobot, and I like the fact that he is noticeably taller than Sunstreaker and D16, and probably any of the other Blokees figures that I have. Maybe Snarl that I have might be just about the right size or about the same size. I don't know. I haven't checked yet. But Magnus, I think, looks perfect. And even the little tampergraphs there on the chest and the crotch piece and the Autobot symbols are all clean. They all look good. Of course, he's solid as usual. You know, that's a pretty good head sculpt. And I don't think all Blokees have accurate head sculpts, but that is unequivocally a Magnus head sculpt. The stoic look, the chin, everything. Perfect. My only issue, and again, and this was a me issue, not a Blokees issue, remember to put the rockets on the pauldrons and then attach the pauldrons to the shoulders. Don't do it the other way around like I did, because I had to wedge this thing open with a knife and almost break it. Rockets, then pauldrons, okay? Remember, learn from my mistakes, people. And, you know, we got last but not least, we got the Autobot Warrior Sunstreaker, and again, I think he looks great. Aside from the helmet sculpt with the fins or the ears, again, going back to what I just said about Magnus, I don't think this face sculpt looks too much like Sunstreaker. It's still a little vague, but of course the helmet, you know, the helmet is what ties it in. But I think he looks good otherwise. I'm not going to criticize on the face sculpts too much because most of these guys don't look like what they're supposed to look like. But I do like the tampergraph here on the chest. I think it's very clean and nice. Got some good stuff there on the shins. Of course, the rocket pack looks really cool. That looks pretty rad. And I like the shoulder pieces here. And Sunstreaker doesn't exactly have a mold mate, unless you count the red and white Diaclone versions, which I don't remember their names. But so you're not going to see these pieces on anybody else. Probably not even this. You're not going to see this either. The shins, who knows? The shins are pretty homogeneous enough that you could probably fit this on somebody else. But these three pieces, you're not going to see on anybody else. Probably not even the jetpack. So there are some good original pieces here that you're not going to see elsewhere. And you know, I think Sunstreaker is going to look really good next to his Autobot brother Sideswipe. The two Autobot Brawler brothers are together, and they can just take on Decepticons. So I think it's great to finally have a Sunstreaker to add to the collection. But anyway, that has been my look at the three Galaxy version Blokees. These are always fun to do. This is such a therapeutic. These are such therapeutic videos for me. I just put them together. I just have fun with them, and you know, because I don't open these guys up in any particular order. I buy my Blokees and then I just kind of throw them in a box together. I just pick out 3 or 2 that I like, and then I do the videos. And that's kind of unusual for me because usually I open up my toys in the order in which I get them. I don't know why. I don't know why I do that. I just do that. In most situations. But with the Blokees, it's just a free-for-all. I love the mystery box thing. It's just a surprise each time. I've only had 2 duplicates so far, which is, I don't know what the odds are, but just every other Blokey has been an original, except for like Cogless Wheeljack. I got 2 of those. And I got 2 of the Death Trackers, which Death Trackers we want more of, but that's the exception to the rule. But anyway, this has been a fun video as always, and thanks for watching. I'm JimClassic. You have been watching Geekin, and I will see you guys next video. You take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.